This is just to show that this is functioning again. These have plastic emulsion tubes, which is really ridiculous in my opinion, but you know, any way to cheapen it up, you don't want to use brass emulsion tubes in there. And the plunger, the primer bulb here does look like it has some wear on it, but honestly, if you hit it with a full finger or full thumb, I really don't think that'll make a big difference. Posterity, right? For this was for Dave, so we'll call Dave up and let him know that this guy is running again. Gasket's dirty. These do have small screens inside them. Make sure that you know the tank in this was completely empty, so I'm not sure what was going on there, but the tank was empty. But even after putting some gas in it and trying to prime it and hit it with a little chooch juice, it still wasn't going, so we cracked the carburetor open. And let me pause this, let me see if we can find one of these terrible carburetors. Well, I couldn't find that exact same one, but you know, what I will do is I'll follow up with a comment that was made on another video. Some of the units, yes, they have emulsion tubes you can pull out easily. Others, they're not so easy to pull out. You can try to push them down from the top. The guy was like, "Oh, you didn't pull the emulsion tube out." Well, you know what, buddy? Why am I going to take the chance of breaking that every time? Or having a bad rubber gasket just to go ahead and clean it, you know? Oh, you didn't get the small little holes in the emulsion tube. All right, yeah, that's fine and dandy. Let me tell you something. It is a lot easier for me to clear a carburetor by sticking this in here and freeing whatever debris is in there, and then letting the already gum freeing gasoline run through it than it is trying to go ahead and push an emulsion tube out every time I clean a carburetor, because that would mean then I would have to go ahead and basically remove the carburetor, because it's pretty hard to get that screwdriver in there, to go ahead and pull that out for what? Do you see any holes in there, pal? One hole. And that thing, I'm going to tell you, is going to free up as soon as you get gasoline running through it. And then, like I said, you know, a lot of these are plastic, and then they got these rubber O-rings on them, and if you pull them out and you try to push them back in and they don't go in right and you break them, then you got a whole nother problem. So working on thousands of pieces of equipment, I can tell you for certain it is a lot easier for me to take a piece of wire and run it through there than it is in any case to go ahead and try to, even with these, where yes, they do have more high-low ranges, but it's, again, it's a snowblower or a lawnmower. But for me to go ahead and potentially strip out a brass screw in there just to remove that emulsion tube, you're out of your mind. Out of your mind. So I don't have a carburetor around here that's exactly like the one that's on the side here, but